Good morning, Jeremy from East Stafford's LLC, where we do manual A and B CDL training. We also take off air brake restrictions if you need, and any endorsements. If you need any type of CDL training, give me a call at 845-745-3861. Today, being that I haven't been on my YouTube for a minute, I'm actually going to do the Incab air leakage and brake test for all my participants and anybody who want to start truck training. So first, flip this around. Of course, let me run this back again. East Stafford LLC CDL training. First, we're gonna enter the cab with 1, 2, and 3 points of contact. Being that I'm by myself, I gotta be my own cameraman as well. First, we start with our seat belt. Seat belt is probably mounted and secured. It's not cut. It's not cut or torn. It's not cut or torn. Let me see. It latches. Also unlatches. My ABC fire extinguisher. It should be latched, but it's probably mounted secure to the floor. It's not cracked, damaged, it's not leaking. Look here, it's fully charged. The pin is in. Here, I have my 3 reflective triangles. I got 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. That's probably mounted secure to the floor. My floor is not punctured. There's no holes, there's no dirt, oil, no grease that could cause me to lose my footing. Up here, we have our overhead compartments. All overhead compartment has no obstructions. Here we have our visors. Our visor probably mounted secure. There are no obstructions. Right after that, we say my window, my windshield, my front windshield, my rear windshield. We say my driver's side window, my passenger side window, also my driver's side mirror, and I will also inspect my passenger side mirror. They're all not cracked, they're not broken. They have no illegal stickers. So that'll be the first part. That's the Incab, that's checking your Incab. Next, my examiner will give me the keys. Once my examiner give me the keys, I will actually get the keys. I'm gonna insert it into the ignition. First, I will safe start it. Make sure all my gauges go left. I'm gonna go right to the left. Then I will put my foot on the clutch, press it in to the floor. I would turn it on. As it comes on, I take my foot off. And I will look here. See my ABS light came on and off. Show that it's fully functional. Here, my oil gauge properly rising at proper level between 20 and 60 psi's. Here, my water temperature properly mounted and secured, fully operational between 170 to 210. Here's my RPMs. My RPMs rising, fully operational. Here is my speedometer. We'll check that later as we start driving. Up here is my gas gauge, fully operational, shows a quarter tank. Here is my depth tank, probably mounted secured, fully operational. It's supposed to be 2 bars is 1. Here's my primary, here's my secondary. Both rising to operational level between 120 and 140 psi's. Here we have my air suspension. Also, my battery gauge. My battery gauge right here, between 12 and 14 volts, shows 14 volts, shows that it's fully operational. I will come here. I will turn on my defrost. I will listen to it, I will check it. I will check my defrost, make sure it's blowing out. My defrost is fully functional. Then I will turn on my AC. My AC, I will feel here. My AC, I feel it blowing out. That's fully operational. I get to turn that off. Next, I will go here. My steering wheel has no excessive play. I will blow my horn. My horn, fully operational here. Air horn, I'm not gonna pull that, but that shows that's fully operational. Here, I'm gonna turn on my lights. You can only see it here by it's dimming here, right? See, that's dimming. So that means my low beams are on. Here, my high beams, you can see my high beam light. My high beams is on. My left turn signal, my right turn signal, also my four-way flashers. Right after my four-way flashers, I damn near ran through all that fast. Left, right, I did that. Yeah, I'm basically waiting now for my primary gauge to basically build up. I did that fast. Oh no, I forgot. I can't forget about these, right? My windshield wiper blades, right? They're probably mounted secured to the window. My windshield wiper blades themselves, right? They're not ripped, torn, and there's no dry rot. The blades, I respect the blade. I mean the arm is probably mounted secured. It's not cracked or broken. Then I would check here. I'll press this on. What I'm checking here is making sure my windshield wiper reservoir squirts on my window evenly, which it does. That's gonna actually stop. And that's about it for my gauges. I run through my gauges that swiftly. Right after my gauges, I'm gonna take the time out and I'm gonna actually go over anything that I possibly could have missed. I did my steering wheel, I did my lights, I did my high beams, low beams, I checked my windshield wiper, I checked my hazards, I checked all my gauges on here. All my gauges. You gotta run all your gauges. You gotta check, you gotta check this here, your suspension, you gotta check your defrost. Make that's in neutral. You check your horn, check your floor. So next thing we're gonna do now, once I'm gonna step on the gas a little bit, try to help my governor, assist my governor. Should bring it to no more than 13, no more than 1,500. You see my primary and my secondary is building rapidly. I'm trying to get it to governor cutout. Once I do it to governor cutout, I get to go to my next part. I get to check my air. So now it's almost to the governor cutout. I'm gonna let it out. What I normally do, when I tell the participants to do, roll their windows down and just listen for the air dryer to let me know where my governor cutout is. Takes a little time. It's almost there though. That right there, that little hiss, that was my governor cutout. That was my governor cutout. So once my governor cutout, I get to roll my window back up so I don't get wet. And what I'm going to do, it's two parts, right? The way I was taught is two parts. It depends on your examiner. So what I would do is I would keep this in neutral, right? And what I would do is I would start my static test, being that my governor cutout. So now what I would actually do, only if you're on a flat surface. You're not on a flat surface, your truck will roll, right? So what I would do, being that I'm slightly on a flat surface, I'm gonna press both my air valves. I'm not rolling nowhere. So that's my static test. I started my static test, so I depressed my valves. Next, what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna put my foot on the service brake, which is this here, for 1 minute. I'm gonna press on my press on my service brake for 1 minute. I'll count to one. I'll hold 60 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. And I'm actually gonna stop there, right? And I'm gonna show you. Look at my air valves, right? I didn't lose more than 4 psi. You got a point. I didn't lose more than 4 psi within that 1 minute, right? It wasn't 1 minute, it was 30 seconds, but you had to hold it for 1 minute. Next, what I'm actually gonna do is, right, it's my brake. Here, I gotta fan this down all the way to 60 to 80 psi's. So next, what I'm checking is, I'm checking my emergency alarm system, which is come on between 60 and 80 psi. So I'm gonna fan my brakes down. Okay, my emergency valves came on. My emergency alarm came on between 60 and 80 psi's. So next, that test was a success. So next, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna fan my brakes down further, right? So my emergency valves will pop out. So what I'm gonna further do, I'm gonna fan my brakes all the way down to 20 to 40 psi's. Okay, they both popped out, should I say. My emergency valves, both of them popped out between 20 to 40 psi's, which that was a success. So now that was my air test. So I started with my static test, depressing those. Then I held my brakes for 1 minute for my applied test to make sure that I didn't lose no more than 4 psi's. I further fan my brakes down to between 60 and 80 psi's for my emergency valves. For my emergency alarm to come on, which you hear now. Then I further fan my brakes down all the way down to 20 to 40, so those valves pop out. So next, I got to do my brake test. That right there, the entire thing is called air leakage test. My next test, what I got to do is, I got to check my brakes. But to check my brakes, I got to make sure my governor builds up again, so I got enough air. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm going to assist. Being that I assist my governor build up, when I can stop hearing this, this emergency warning system, but it's starting to get annoying. There you go, that went off. So that means the air leakage test was an entire success. Come on. Should take from 80 to 100. It should take no more than 40 seconds to get there, which is damn near there. Look at my needle from 80 to 100. Check on your page and see what time. It's already to 100. Now I got another. So now I'm gonna stop assisting and let it run, let it do what it do. Truck healthy. We got 82 miles, 82,000 miles to go to 100. And then look at my def. My def shows 2 bars now finally, right? And I just got it serviced, so it's not my issue like that. I got no. You see, I don't have no. You got to make sure you have no check engine lights on. No anything on. You want to go to the test. In fact, I'm going to further assist the governor so we can go to the next part of the test. The last part of the test, should I say. I rolled my window down, but it's almost to the governor cutout. So we can hear it. Or you roll the window down so you can hear it. Might be talking to the examiner, but you don't never want to be distracted. You want to pay attention to the truck at all times. look at it right now. It's about 15 minutes. We'll do this quick little test. Governor should cut out any second. That was the governor cut out. So now we're gonna do the brake test. We'll do the brake test. Watch my footwork. It's all about footwork. Being that it's a manual, you step on the clutch all the way to the floor. Right after you step your foot on the floor, you put your foot on the brake. Right after you put on your foot on the brake, you put this in a low gear, right? If it don't go easily like that, like so simple, right? And you just let all the clutch up just a little bit, slightly, right? But it's in first gear, it's in a low gear. You shake it back and forth, it's not going nowhere, right? It's easily movable with one finger. So the first part I'm gonna do, I'm going to try my trailer brake. We're gonna come back to forward. So I'm gonna keep my trailer brake on by releasing my tractor brakes. Wait till that air out. Can't hear no more hissing. Can't hear no more hissing, right? So now, check my footwork. It's all about footwork. Now I'm checking if my trailer brakes hold. So I bring my foot here, bring my foot to the brakes, ease off the brake, hover it, right? Up, down, right? See how that shook? The truck shook? That shows you that my trailer brakes held. So I put my foot right back down on the clutch, and I put my foot right back down on the brake. So that held. So next what we're gonna do is, we're gonna pull out the yellow, which is the tractor, and we're gonna depress the trailer. So we're releasing the trailer brakes. Now we're gonna check the tractor brakes. Once it's finished hissing out, which takes a little longer because the air has to come all the way out from back there from the trailer. Same old footwork, right? Clutch all the way down to the floor, foot on the brakes to hold it. Also, hands on the steering wheel. Hands always on the steering wheel. That's leaked out, right? No more, you don't hear no more hissing. So now back to my footwork, right? Footwork, same way. I bring my foot there, it feels like it's already engaged. Foot up, off the brake a little bit, up, down. See how the steering wheel shook? That means my truck shook. Me and my truck shook, we ain't going nowhere, right? When we was in gear already, because we're in low gear, right? That means my trailer brakes, this is my tractor brakes held. So now, what we're gonna do is the next one, we're gonna check the service brake. Service brake, but we're doing that by depressing both the buttons in, both of the valves in, both valves are pressed in completely. We'll wait till the air out. This is a little different because we need to roll, right? So what I do is I bring my foot here, hand on the steering wheel, off that, and I'm rolling, right? I'm rolling, right? Truck is moving. Let the truck roll, clutch down, and lightly on the brake. Now you slam on the brake, right? It doesn't move no more. So that means my service brake held, right? So now finally, we're gonna do, being that I have a hand brake, right? Trailer hand brake, we're gonna also try that as well. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna let this roll. 5 miles an hour, same thing. Let me show you. Bring my clutch up. Foot off the brake, ease off, right? So now I got both feet off. I'm rolling. I step on my clutch, grab my hand trailer. It stops. Then I put my foot right on the brake right after that. Let my hand off the trailer brake. So that is my last part of my Incab air leakage brake test. If you like to see more, or you like to, I'm gonna flip this around. So you like to see more, you like to schedule some time with me, learning how to drive. If you need time, just because you haven't drove in a minute, just give me a call. Phone number again is 845-745-3861. Enjoy your day.